Alrighty, guys, welcome back. We are watching ReZero Season 1, Episode 16, The Greed of a Pig. Last time, we had a very good episode. I feel like I've been saying that a lot lately about this show. But yeah, we had a very, very good episode where a whole lot of stuff happened, that is for sure. We met the witch's cult. We now understand the full scope of the complete insanity of the situation that Subaru has to deal with. And man, I do not know how he is gonna get his way out of this one. This to me seems like the kind of situation where if he doesn't approach it in a good way, he could die like 5 million times and never actually succeed. So I don't know. I guess I am curious what Subaru's approach is going to be to this situation. I feel like step one is we either have to communicate with the people at the mansion so far. We know Rem and Ram apparently have some form of like telepathy or like something like that. It's not directly telepathy, but something like that. I'm wondering if they can use that to communicate in some way. Because we either have to communicate with the mansion and warn them about what's about to happen, or we have to get there like immediately. Um, and I don't know. I don't know. I guess we will see. We are watching season 1, episode 16. You can line you and copy up this if you want to. We are starting in 3, 2, 1. Hmm. Her goal. Just her goal of ascending to the throne, I suppose, right? Russell Fellow. You don't look like a character to me, but maybe you are. Maybe he is. I don't know. I can't decide. Then again, Wilhelm didn't look like a character to me either, but apparently he is. Hmm. Maybe more powerful than the royal candidates, right? That's how it works in the real world, so. No opening again. Come on. Can I see it again, please? Okay, sure. How do you know, though? You know? Hmm. Okay, but why do they want to kill her? Do they think she's like a false prophet or something? I mean, it's just gonna be impossible for him to explain. Yeah, I don't know. Understandable. That that doesn't matter. What value is that? Hmm. Okay, sure. Yeah, yeah. And of course she would like she would keep it a secret, right? No. Hmm? Okay. That's very interesting. Yeah, I mean I guess, right? Hmm. Okay. She thinks she's gonna win anyway? True, she will get murdered either way. Well, it's not her job. It's not, it's, I don't know. I mean, it's not like it's not like she's like all powerful and could just go stop it instantly. You know, it'd be easy, right? Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah, a very good question for Mr. Guy who smells like the witch. I wonder what Rim. Hmm. Yeah, especially because if he knew this was going to happen, he's going to have to explain how he learned this within the past, like, day, right? Because if he knew this was going to happen before, why would he only mention it right now? Hmm. Not that easy, unfortunately. Not that I disagree with his, like, I agree that we should kill them, but this isn't going to work. Hmm. Man, this is just not something Subaru is good at all. He is not. And hmm. Hmm. True. Because it's not about saving Amelia. Um, it's not about stop killing the witch cult members either. It's still for himself, right? Like that's why that's okay. Is it like a magical power or hmm. Yeah, so is he fooling himself then? I guess it depends on how this ability to tell lies, how it works. Hmm. I guess I just don't know, like the reason he gets so emotional there. I feel like it's more so it just goes back to like the same reason he got so mad during the talk with Amelia at the end of episode 13. Okay. That's man, bad timing, huh? Very interesting. Man, what a thing to say when he's looking for help from other people. Because he expects it, right? It's so that's really what it is he oh, man. Oh god. Oh no. Don't ask her. What are we doing? Great. Why would she want to help at all? Yeah, if anything, telling them about this might just make it worse. Like, yeah, go ahead. Why not? Okay. All right. Awesome. Yeah. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Fantastic. Yeah, why not? I feel like you have to not do it. I feel like she does not respect you in any way. And if you just humiliating yourself in front of her is just not going to help at all. I mean, I guess it might just be possible that it's impossible to impress her in any way, and that she would always have this attitude towards you. But if you do this, I feel like it's just not. It's not gonna. All right. Mm-hmm. Agreed. Man, awesome. My God, he's just worthless, huh? Calling him greedy is interesting. Like, I guess I get it, right? His ruined face. I feel like it goes along with the whole, like, him expecting help from people, you know? I guess it's like he didn't expect help from her, but the fact he was willing to do anything to have her help him is interesting. No, you didn't. You didn't do anything. What? What are you? What is this thing? I. What are you? It's like 2 feet tall. What is this thing? Mmm. Running into all of them, huh? Makes sense, I guess. Now, how do you negotiate with an evil capitalist? Is the question. Against my kind. True. That just reveals a weakness. Come on. The more desperate you are, the higher of a price she can assign to it. Someone's buying all of them? Okay. Why is someone buying all of them? Hmm. Okay. I'm noticing everyone in the background has the same clothes on as these weird creatures. Like that guy who walked by, they really like emphasized it. In your okay, awesome. Her private army. Great, fantastic. I sure, I'll take your word for it. There's something's weird here. I don't know. Makes sense, I guess, with a election basically on the horizon, right? So someone's buying all of the dragon carriages. The iron for weapons is okay. Okay. Does it have to do with her goal that Russell Fellow mentioned at the start? Thank you, Subaru, for piecing it together for me. Oh, did she not know that? Did she not know that? He just told her that? Hmm. Oh no, he shouldn't have told her that. He should not have told her that, huh? It's like he's just a pawn. Oh, and he's gonna hate that feeling. The idea of just being a pawn in someone else's plan, right? Oh god. Mm-hmm. Oh wow, that is harsh. Man. What a thing to say, huh? Man. Oh yeah, because Julius is her yeah. Oh, and he can't rip it up because he needs it. Oh my god, that's gonna just drive him insane. Oh god. At least she paid. Okay, I feel like this is good advice, honestly. This is what Subaru needs. All he does is want, literally. Okay, like what? This is just a fake restaurant. It didn't exist. Alright, great, awesome. Alright. I'm glad we have the capitalist lady with a private army. That is a good man. He just got owned. Like, I don't know. They aren't gonna do anything. Not this quick. Hmm. Since their background is unclear. Really, what do we do? I mean, it's basically already too late on this loop, right? I mean, didn't you basically leave at the same time last loop? I guess that's an idea. Go to Rosewall. I mean, but like, here's my thing, right? Puck is so powerful, and Puck was unable to stop them too, right? Although I guess it seems like when Amelia dies, Puck's like becomes stronger, right? Like I don't think he can harness that ridiculous power without Amelia being dead. That's what it seems like to me. Because otherwise, I don't know how they could ever kill Amelia with Puck there. I guess I have an idea on that. Hmm. Just treat it like an investment. It's okay. Okay. Interesting correction to make. He knows what he wants, right? Sure, yeah. We're learning to negotiate beyond screaming and begging. Okay. I mean, I guess, right? We have to save the villagers. Crazy that Rem goes along with all this when she has no way of knowing that Subaru is correct, by the way. I mean, of course, she trusts him, right? Just still. Look at his face. Okay. I'm some weird shot framing. It's like stressing me out. It's like a horror movie. Yeah, how does it still have power after all this time? How is that possible? Yeah, you should have just traded that for it. Their duties. Come on, or their service. Flugel's tree. That is quite tall. Hmm. Okay. I like this is what I was talking about with the horror mover framing. Okay, I like what is going on? What is happening? Are we inside of the witch universe right now? This is all a hallucination? No. Okay. Like I thought that looked like the smoke stuff that, would come out when Subaru like mentioned the witch's name. Oh, okay. Yeah. Oh, yeah, sure. Uh-huh. Yeah, why okay. Yeah, why not? What is happening? What are we like literally what is possibly happening right now? Okay. Great. Yeah, sure. Yeah, why not? Yeah. Uh-huh. Oh, okay. Yeah, that's pretty clear. Yeah, I guess that makes sense. We get an ending for once. That's unique. What was that? What just happened? Like, hello? Let me watch this ending. Aw. Ooh. Was this her alone in the mansion, that Subaru? Oh, I want to know who the artist is for that. For these little Subaru, or these little Amelia animations. Oh, I'll never be able to hear this without thinking about the end of episode 13. Where's Puck? Oh, man, that is a good ending. Oh god, don't spoil me. Um, that was a very good ending. I love that actually. That was really good. The ending and the opening are really good. It's too bad I guess we'll never get to see the opening ever again. So I mean that is pretty unfortunate. Um, we will talk about the episode in the discussion. All right, let's talk about the episode. I had to go rewatch that last scene of episode 13 again. I had to remind myself how good that scene was. Sorry, just I don't know. I just had to. Got me back locked into the Subaru mindset here. Um, so let's just go through it in order. That's always what I gotta tell myself to do. So we got Russell Fellow here. Um, I guess like Russell Fellow and Crush are doing something with a bunch of weapons, and I guess are they the ones buying up all the dragon carriages too? I guess I would assume so. Um, I guess I don't have literally any idea what any of that could mean. Like, is Krush gonna perform a coup on the government and take over by force? It doesn't really seem like she's that kind of person to me. So I guess I really have no idea at all. Is there any possible way that I could know? I really have like I literally can't think of anything we have learned that I could like apply this to and be like, oh yeah, that's what Krush is doing. Um, so I don't know. I really don't know. I could not tell you. Could not tell you. I surely will figure it out eventually, I guess. Hmm. You know, and I just realized it's something I literally just thought of. We know Wilhelm is the sword demon, whatever that means. Here's a guy right close to Subaru that Subaru could ask for help. Of course, Subaru only thought of Reinhard and Krush and everyone, right? But I don't, we got Wilhelm here. He's the sword demon. I don't know. I don't know. Might be hard to convince him now. So we get into our negotiation number one, which is kind of like, man, I feel like that's kind of this episode in a nutshell. Is it's just like Subaru learning to factor in what other people are thinking and what they care about in his decision making. Like literally, like maybe that's a little bit harsh to say that he hasn't been doing that already. Sorry. But like again, if we just think to his motivation for doing everything in like the entire story up until this point, it has just everything has just been for him. It really has been, right? Like and like in that discussion with Amelia at the end of episode 13, of course, the legendary discussion. That was really the problem, right? Like he has to learn how to negotiate, but it's not just negotiate. It's just like I don't know, man. He needs to learn about factoring in what other people care about instead of just himself. like like and I don't like saying that in a way because it just makes Subaru sound like a complete idiot. But I don't know, he kind of is, I guess. Like I don't know what else can be said. Like I almost feel like, I guess of course he has this like he has a real thing that's preventing him from communicating with people, which is the fact that he can't tell them about Return by Death, right? Um of course it's good to know. I assume this isn't the first time this has happened, but of course he is able to tell people about knowledge that he has gained through Return by Death, right? Of course, yeah, I mean this isn't the first time that's happened, but like, the issue is just when it comes up with like having to explain how he knows that to someone like Crouch, right? Like, just what I was thinking about is how he's telling her right now that they're gonna go attack the mansion in 3 days or whatever. It's like, okay, he's been in the capital for a day or two, so he has to somehow explain why he didn't mention that before and how he somehow now has that info that he's telling to Crush now. Like, he either has to explain why he didn't mention it before or how he learned it within the past day or two, which is just impossible. So, and then I don't know. Farrah says here about how like, uh, they thought that they would attack Amelia for being a half elf. So like, do they think she's like a false prophet or something? Like, I guess, right? Because she looks so much like Satella, like the Witch of Envy. Um, but again, it's like in my mind, I feel like uh, the evidence is certainly leading me to think that Amelia actually does have some kind of connection to the witch, like through Subaru, right? Like Subaru being here and being so tied up with Amelia makes me think she actually does have some kind of connection to the witch. So that just makes me doubt the legitimacy of the witch's cult like, having any connection to the witch themselves. I don't know. I don't know. Hmm. And like, I guess, it's like Subaru, his entire attitude towards Crush during this conversation is it really is like he expects her to just help him, right? It's very his attitude towards her is very weird, right? He's just like, he offers this meaningless, oh well, it'll be a huge debt to you. No one cares. That doesn't matter. He just appeals to a bunch of stuff towards her, like the idea that, oh, she should feel really bad that's gonna happen. Oh, she should let all these villagers die. Oh, it would be so easy for her to do it. Like, he just appeals to all of these things, trying to get her to think that it's just like, oh, she should just want to do it too, right? Like, it's not like he's trying to convince her from any point of view other than, like, getting her to realize that she should just want to do it anyway, It's very interesting. Because I think it almost speaks to, like, Subaru's actions, too. Like, the way Subaru fools himself about his own motivations for his actions, right? Like, he thinks that he wants to save Amelia, or help Amelia all the time, for reasons other than, like, the truth, which is what Amelia called him out for, which is to, like, help him for himself, right? To prove himself to himself, right? Like, so, not even just to himself, to, like, I don't know, everyone in general, right? It's just this low self-esteem thing, and helping Amelia is, like, very much linked to that, right? Of course, he doesn't think of his own actions in that way, right? Like, he tells himself he's just doing it because she's so nice and awesome and he wants to help her, right? So it's like him appealing to Crush using those same arguments and that same kind of thing. Like, yeah, I mean, I guess that makes sense, right? It's almost like he's talking to, like, Crush is like the opposite of him in that case, right? In terms of, like, the motivation required to actually help with a situation like this. Of course, it makes sense because helping Amelia isn't actually to Crush's favor in any way, right? So, I just think it's very interesting. It's like it's like him talking to Crush in this sense, and like the arguments he would need to use with her is like the way he should be thinking about his own actions at all times, right? Like, maybe that's a little bit harsh, but this whole stupid being indebted to someone and repayment thing that Subaru and Amelia both love to talk about. It's such a stupid way to view the world, right? And I guess that's kind of called out directly in this scene when he says that stupid thing about how he'll owe her a great debt. Like, adults don't care about that, Subaru. Sorry, man. No one in the real world. I don't know. You gotta grow up, buddy. Like, that's just not how it works. But like, obviously, that's just how Subaru just like thinks about things in general, right? He feels like he has this obligation almost to help Amelia, but not for Amelia, just like for himself to like prove himself, right? And I guess he just feels like Crush should have that obligation too, and that's just all of the arguments that he gives her, right? And like the fact that he agrees to it, despite Amelia being kicked out of the race, is just like crazy. It actually is, right? Like, what a like. I guess that's like just a perfect encapsulation of the Subaru Amelia dynamic, at least right now, right? Like, at least his mindset towards it, because it's not actually about saving or helping Amelia. It really isn't, right? Like, of course he wants to help her, he wants to save her. Like, the problem is that she is going to die. But the way Subaru is viewing it is it's like this is a way for him to prove himself for his horrible failures at the Capitol a few episodes ago, right? So, again, I mean, saying it's all just for him it seems harsh because like that's the issue with his actions. That's why it's so hard to actually like look at it in a sense of like and like call him out for it, is because what he wants to do is good, right? He does want to help Amelia, but he just wants to, it has nothing to do with her, right? The fact that he would be willing to do it to get her kicked out of the race, to agree with to Krush helping right now, without like talking to Amelia, without any, he's removing her agency in the situation completely. It's just this to me, it just shows, it's so clear that his priority is still not actually Amelia. Right, like, oh man. And yeah, I don't know, Krush just kind of owns him, so. Hmm. And of course, like, Krush understands what Subaru doesn't, that this is an Amelia problem, right? Like, Subaru is still fully viewing this in the way of, like, oh, I am responsible for this. I have to do something to stop it. Of course, like, he has returned by death, so he knows it's going to happen, right? Like, so that's the problem. That's why it's so hard to call him out for this kind of thinking, because he has stupid return by death, right? But he would think this anyway. If he knew this was going to happen somehow without having already seen it with Return by Death, he would be thinking about it like this anyway, right? He would not think about how it is Amelia's thing that she should be responsible for, right? Just like the way, that's why he pushed himself into the royal selection and made a fool of himself in that episode, right? Hmm. And like, yeah, and that's like the man, we are going slow, but how has it already been 10 minutes? I don't know. We are going slow though, but that's okay. If you have the power to save them, why wouldn't you? Right? Like, that is Subaru's mindset right there, right? He understands he has the power to save other people with Return by Death. So of course it's a good thing to save other people. The problem is he feels like a responsibility to do it, right? He feels like he has to help Amelia, and he has to do this, like. And again, of course, saving her is a good thing. I'm just saying it's like his mindset towards it, this feeling of responsibility that because he has the power to do it, he has to help her. Um, it's not actually coming from a place of like, oh, I just want to help Amelia. It's this like responsibility that he feels that he has to do it, um and like in terms of like the power that he has, it's not even something that he like gained or something. It's just been like thrust upon him, right? So I'm not like, and this I'm not even saying this is like an issue for Subaru or something that he should change. I'm just saying that like sucks that this is the situation he's in, right? That he feels responsible because he has the power of return by death. So he feels like he has to do this, right? Um and yeah, I mean, like, again, I'm not saying that's like a problem. I'm just pointing that out, that that's like his mindset and that's the situation he's in. I'm not saying it's a bad thing to like feel like you should help when someone's gonna get murdered. It's just boiling it down to, because I have the power to do it, I have to. That's the issue there, right? Hmm. And I guess like Subaru gets so mad here. Um, Man, and I guess like I really feel like, obviously, the like I guess maybe the intended, or maybe not even the intended, but like the I guess just the more obvious way to take this is just Subaru is just like traumatized from all the crazy shit he saw the witch cult do. So he's just screaming and crying because he really wants Chris to help, right? Um but he is just like so mad, right? Like, it's not like the emotion he's having right now is just like desperation, right? He is like so mad right now, Um and it's just like Krush is doing the same thing, questioning Subaru and his intentions and his actions in like the same way that Amelia was when he got so mad in that conversation too, because it's just like, the origin for these emotions for him is just someone questioning the like um his, God, what do you call it? Like the self-worth, or not his self-worth, but the value that he thinks he like deserves, considering all of the stuff that he has like done for Amelia and all the stuff that he's done since he got to this world. He thinks he like deserves like recognition for it, That's, and like Krush was doubting him and questioning his motivations and everything the exact same way that like Amelia was, So he has like this reaction again, right? Um And I guess like part of it is too is he wants it to be seen, of course, that his motivations aren't for himself. He wants it to be like a noble thing that he's doing to like help Amelia, right? So I guess of course he gets so mad, right? When he says here his hatred has nothing to do with how evil they are. This reaction isn't even hatred towards the witch cult. It's just like anger at the situation of like what Crush is saying to him and his own like inability to accept what she's saying, or like her questioning his motivation for anything he's doing, right? Like, of course, like on the flip side of it too, it just shows like just how this doesn't work, right? Like you can just beg and cry and scream. It's just not gonna like it's just not how it works. Like other people aren't bound to the same like rules of helping other people that Subaru feels like he is bound to, right? Like he can say that if you have the power, you have to help someone, but people don't think like that. Right? That's just not. Most people don't think like that. So yeah, I mean, she calls him out, right? He hasn't said that he wants to save Amelia because it isn't. It just isn't that, you know? Like, oh man. And it's like, I guess I can just tell that in Subaru's mind right now, he just thinks this is all just so unfair. He just thinks this is all just like stupid. He doesn't. It is not getting through to him at all, right? Like everyone around him, I think, is having a very normal reaction. Rem telling him to calm down, Wilhelm getting in the way because he is acting like a lunatic, like his face. Like man, I just don't know how anyone is going to get through to him, how he's going to change his mindset about all this. You know, I just don't know. Hmm. And yeah, and that's the problem, right? He believes it. He believes that everything he's saying is true. Like, and like I guess it feels like the context here is it's like she's talking about the witch cult thing, but no, it's like it's about how he believes that his motivations are what he says they are, right? Like he thinks that everything he's saying is true about his own motivations and the way he's like viewing the situation, which is like crazy. Like I just don't know how he's. I don't know how we're gonna fix that. You know, I just have no idea. Um, I really don't know. Rough, I guess. That's just man, kind of dictator who abandons the weak, right? And like the crazy thing about him saying that is he's not just talking about himself, right? He thinks he is weak and that there's nothing he can do. He's also saying it about Amelia, that Amelia is weak, right? Like, man, man, oh man. God, Rem is such a sweetheart for going along with his insanity. Like, really, he is lucky that he has her. Man, oh man. And yeah, like that line, like, why is everyone so useless when I'm begging and asking them for help? Like, yeah, how about yourself? I don't know. I don't know. Like, of course, that's not really like that's not fair to say exactly. I just want to be mean to Subaru because he's acting like a lunatic. Like the fact that he would go to Priscilla to ask for help is just insane. I don't I don't know. Like this is just crazy. Like I guess I feel like the only way he would ever be able to gain her respect of any kind is to act the exact opposite of the way he acts this entire time, right? Like it's actually so insane that I don't know. Like obviously this was not going to work, right? Like the more he demeans himself in front of her, the worse she's going to treat him, you know? Like it's just I don't know. Yeah. And like, oh god, it actually just makes me mad that he thinks about Amelia in this moment. It makes me mad. It literally makes me mad that he thinks about Amelia here because he's still telling himself that he's doing all of this for Amelia when he's not. So I don't know. I'm just saying, like the way he's viewing it is like this like noble act of self-sacrifice that he'll do anything to help Amelia. Um, but again, if it's not really for Amelia, then it's not for Amelia, right? Like God, it just pisses me off because I'm just imagining like actually arguing with Subaru himself about this, and he could always just bring up the fact that Amelia actually is going to die if he doesn't help her. So like, of course, again, helping her is a good thing, but like just because that happens to be the situation he's in, like it's not like with the royal capital stuff when he showed up there that she was gonna die, right? Like that's actually the perfect like situation to show, right? Like in that case, her life wasn't in danger. He still felt the need to act the same way about it, you know. So it's obviously doesn't actually have to do with Amelia's life being in danger for him to act like this, right? Like, God, you know, thank God he's gonna die, so we didn't have to deal with this Priscilla in the future. He really screwed that one up. That is for sure. Aldebaran. That is a weird name. I don't know. He's pretty cool, I guess. Al. I don't know what to make of him. I mean, we've seen him a few times. I guess he's something, I suppose. God, he is so stupid. She's forgetting that I saved her when we first met. Like, what are you talking about, man? And then this creature appears. I mean, I don't know what this thing is. Some kind of like deformed genetic experiment, I guess. I don't know. I don't know what's wrong with it. There's something's up with it. That's for sure. I don't know. It needs to be studied. That's for sure. So we're gonna have a nice discussion with the crazy capitalist lady who wants to turn the country into America, which doesn't go too well because I don't know. She teaches Subaru some very valuable lessons. I think, like some of the stuff that she says to him is like incredibly important. It is very much like, you know, she doesn't respect him at all in any way, just like all of the other royal candidates, which is what he deserves, right? He hasn't done anything to earn their respect of any kind. Like, he thinks all the stuff he's done should have earned him respect for no apparent reason. Um, but it hasn't, right? Like, so she, of course, doesn't respect him at all. Um, so she's having this whole conversation with him just to, like, get information about Cruch from him, which is, like, crazy. But I don't know, makes sense, I guess, right? She has a private army, which is just terrifying. Like I'm glad that's possible in this world. You can have a private army. And yeah, this is where I talked about this at the start. The whole like someone's getting all the carriages, someone's getting all the materials for weapons. Cruch is apparently getting them, right? So I don't know. I couldn't tell you. Couldn't tell you what that's all about. And yeah, I guess she just played him like a book. So, hmm. Using underhanded methods like that make you feel good about yourself. Subaru is just crazy, right? Like, she doesn't care. She doesn't care about using underhanded methods or feeling good about herself in this case. Like, sorry, that's a you thing, buddy. You need to get over that. Like, actually, like he's worried about using underhanded methods right now in his situation when Amelia and everyone is going to be slaughtered. Like, actually, like, man, crazy, insane. Man, the things that you've done. Wait, the things you've done are what determine your reputation. That is your past, and there's no way to change your past, so my opinion of you isn't going to change either. Subaru does not want to hear that. That is the opposite of what Subaru wants to hear, right? Because it's not. Again, I really feel like it's more just for himself. The idea he wants to improve his own self worth rather than like receive external validation from the way other people view him. Um, Actually, I don't know. I'm saying that, but his ridiculous, violent reaction to everything that Krush was saying and the way he reacts to her saying this, it has to be some of both, right? That he just wants validation that he has value as a person. But not even just that he has value as a person. He wants to be like a valiant knight, right? He's a self-proclaimed knight. Um, so her saying this is just like, man, he does not want to hear that at all. That is not the things you've done won't ever go away. Which is true. It is true that he can't like undo the things he's done. I mean, with Return by Death, he can like kinda. He can't undo them to himself. Um, and it's also like he can't undo what happened in the capital before his respawn point in this loop, right? So there's nothing he can do anyway. Man. And he wants to rip up the thing so bad, but he can't because he needs it. And you know that just drives him completely insane. But it's just like in a situation like this, he has to throw that idea out of the window, right? Like, it just continues to show that this isn't actually about saving Amelia. It literally isn't. He wouldn't care. He wouldn't care about any of this if this was purely just about saving Amelia, right? It's about his own image. Like, it's about the way he wants to feel about himself, you know? Ah, man. And yeah, since all he does is want, that's where he's lacking. I agree, right? Like he doesn't yeah, like all he does is want. That is very true. Like I just feel like in terms of like his relationship with Amelia, right? Literally all he does is want, right? Like he wants and it's crazy because he has been helping Amelia, right? But his motivation for doing that has been him wanting like the validation that he feels in return for what he does for her, you know? So literally all he does is want, and that is where he is lacking. That is just such a perfect way to sum him up. Not even just at the negotiation table, but just in general, right? Like, man. And I guess like if we think back to the end of episode 13 as almost being like a negotiation between him and Amelia in terms of like their feelings, I guess. I mean, man, makes sense to me, right? Hmm. And yeah, I guess that's like the other solution they could do here is try and get to Rosewall. Um, I assume Rosewall's like powerful enough. I don't know. Maybe. But he meets up with this merchant like guild, I guess, a bunch of traveling merchants. Gonna give them a bunch of money for their oil and to, you know, transport a bunch of people, which is like cool, I guess. Like sure, like I guess that's, you know, his first time negotiating in any way other than begging and screaming, right? So progress, I suppose. Um and yeah, I don't know. It's working out fine. We get a bunch of shots that I'm telling you are out of a horror movie, like this right here. I thought someone was gonna, I don't know, we were gonna pan back and some crazy shit was gonna be over there. Um, and I don't know, just I have no idea what is going on at the end of this episode. So, like, we see the flugel tree, that guy's gone, and then this thing, which I don't like. Hello, like what is like like what's what's going on here? What's happening? What are we doing? I don't know. I couldn't tell you. I don't know. I guess we'll figure out next time because I don't know. I don't know. And I guess yeah, I said this during the reaction too. The greed of the pig, like the way Subaru is acting is greedy, right? Like yeah, it's just like what Anastasia, that's her name, right? What she said about him just wanting, like yeah, he is being greedy. So he's gonna have to give up on that greed if he wants to help Amelia. Guess we'll see which one's more valuable, which one is more valuable to him. So I don't know. I guess we will see in the next episode. So leave a comment, tell me what you think, and I will see you in the next one.